My wife is from Texas. You guys ever been to Texas?
Yeah.
Okay, a few of you. It's great, I think. No, Texas is good. I like Texas. It's just a weird place for me because I'm Latino, and Texas is one of the few places in the world where they hate Latinos and they are Latinos. I don't know how they do this, but you talk with anyone there, and they're like, "Oh, these goddamn immigrants. What's your name, sir? Jorge Gutierrez." You just hate yourself. That's all. Yeah, her family is great. They're super ignorant. Not all of them. Not all of them. But her stepdad, and he said to me once during dinner, he was like, "Hey, in your shows, don't make joke about this country. Remember, you're not American." He said, American. You know these people like. I thought it was just a joke, like a meme or something. But there's real people out there that have a stroke when they say the name of this country. There's real people that are like dying. What the fuck is that? Like, it's not normal. There's no other countries trying this, There's no like, Croatia. Like, no one else is doing this, And if you decided to do it, you have to commit to that for the rest of your life. You have to be like, how are you gonna pay? The American Express. You can't stop one day. It's forever. And I have to say that makes me a little bit upset, this idea that people call this country America, because in Latin America we call each other Americans too, because that's the name of the continent. And it's kind of awkward that you guys decided to take the name one day and no one complains about it. This is like if one of the Avengers decided to call himself the Avenger, and the rest of the group is like, wait, what? This is not how it works, man. When we all together, we are the Avengers. And this guy's like, no. Listen to me. I am the Avenger. I have anti-vaxxers in my family. Any anti-vaxxers in the room? Oh, they're all dead. Yeah. No, they're not all dead. They're in the comment section right now writing. They're very angry. I have anti-vaxxers in my family, and for me it's weird being an anti-vaxxer. First of all, because I'm Latino, and if something is free, I'll just take it. Complaining for free shit is not part of my culture, so... But I was curious, like why you don't want the vaccine, and one of them, members of my wife's family, said to me, I don't want the vaccine because Bill Gates is trying to put a microchip in my brain to control my mind. I don't know if you remember that conspiracy theory. And I was like, if you think that Bill Gates is trying to control your mind, you should let Bill Gates to control your mind. He's way smarter than you. This is a chance for improvement. This is good news for you and your family. Congratulations. And by the way, I don't think it's that bad to be mind controlled. I don't think it's that bad, honestly. I mean, for a week. One solid week of no thinking. I mean, especially when you try to look for a movie on Netflix. And you're there for hours trying to find something. I think it would be nice if a voice in your brain is like, Shrek 2. So you can go like, thank you, Mr. Gates. Appreciate your love for fine cinema. I was in Mexico and I met Christina, my wife, and when we met each other, I lied to her, because that's how relationships start. You try to sell yourself as someone who is good, and then there's the reality and disappointment and depression, and if you stay together, that's real love. But at the time, I was lying about being like a real man. Being like, hey, I'll take care of everything. We should move to the U.S. and I'll take care of the whole thing. So I rent a truck, I rent a U-Haul, and I put all her Mexican furniture, her Mexican dog. I drove from Mexico City to New York City, and that's an insane amount of driving. Like, if you feel so powerful when you drive a truck. I mean, first of all, I feel like my dick was connected to the truck. I feel it was an extension of my dick in a weird way. And I was it felt like so right-wing conservative the whole time. I was so angry. I really wanted to run over an immigrant. I was so, I don't know why. why this drug has this energy. I just really want like fucking like killing a Venezuelan. I don't agree with this. It's just the drug have this energy. So I was driving this U-Haul, and I saw the border, and I started thinking like, what I'm doing here, like because at the time it was just a Chilean guy with a tourist visa, driving a U-Haul full of Mexican furniture, and a Mexican dog, with no connection to me. You know, this was just a girlfriend at the time. And I was like, how am I gonna explain this to this border patrol? You know, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm a tourist, but I brought the furniture in case I need to sit down and look around to your beautiful country. So I started getting nervous. You know, what I was supposed to say. You know, I was like sweating and shit. And the dog looked at me and he was like, we're fucked. He was like, we're fucked, my man. You know how hard it's for a dog to do this, you know? Like, it was like the little hand who was like, we're fucked. I was like, shut up, you're a dog. You shouldn't be talking to me. And he was like, I'm not a dog. I'm actually a Mexican man who's been dressed like a dog for 8 years, waiting for this moment to cross the border and reunite with my family. And you fucked this up for me, pinche pendejo, güey. So I just ignored this man, and I kept driving to the border. And the border patrol was a really old man, and I was like, oh, that's why everyone is crossing to this country. They just pushed this old man and just kept running. I have to say something, like I mean, people from this country, when they age really poorly. I'm sorry. I mean, your parents, they're not aging great. It's just there's something about the water in their faces that is just gone. There's something about, I don't know, it's just like at 45, it's like they just get super dry. I mean, we age better. Like I think Latinos, we age more gracefully. I mean, or mothers or grandmothers, they don't get wrinkles, they just shrink. It's the same person who starts shrinking every month. You know, shrinking until one day they disappear. That's how Latino women die. They go to heaven, like with a lot of other ladies. Hola, sí, ¿cómo está, señora? With a bunch of plastic bags, because they love plastic bags so much. Why? Why they love plastic bags so much? And this is the thing. I was there at the border, remember? And there was this guy checking every truck, you know, opening every door, and it was my turn, and I was very nervous. And he looked through the window, and he saw my face, and he looked at the dog, and back to me, and he was like, "Okay, you can go." And that's when I realized that I'm white. I'm a white man in this country, man. I fucking did it. I'm a white dude. Since that day, I'm not paying taxes anymore. And I'm just jerking off listening to NPR. I love it. I just love it. Like the daily.